July 14th edition of Donovan Bailey Running Things. My man is Jack. Look at him. He's got the swagger. I like it. I like it. Jason Portuondo alongside my brethren, the living legend. What's that you're repping there? Give me a little peek. Raiders to the bone. I like it.
Every day, all day, dude.
I love it.
Every day, all day.
You got to be a true fan to represent that. So, yeah, okay. I like it. I like it.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? The real, it's only the real, man. It's only the real.
We don't even remember the last championship they won, do we?
Don't worry about that. Okay. Listen, here's the thing. I mean, you and my boy Ken Rose are Eagles fans. I do get that. I mean, and if the Raiders aren't going to win, then I'm going to cheer for the Eagles. But it's Raiders. Raiders is number one, dude.
Hey, you know what I love about the Raiders? Their fan base, baby. The most passionate fan base ever. Dressed up, whether they're 1-16 or 16-1, it doesn't matter. Because we got 17 games now. But yeah, you know what? So good on you for doing that. How are things, man?
They're awesome. A little warm. I'm south of you. I'm in the Yardville. I'm in Yardville as opposed to Oakville.
Or Yorkville.
Yes. That was a Jason Portuondo joke.
I like it.
Yeah.
Backhanded compliment, but anyways.
I'm in Jamaica. I'm talking to you live and direct from Jamaica. So a little hot, but I never compete about heat. So it is what it is, man. All is well here, and let's get it.
Yeah, let's get it. We are going to talk Noah Lyles coming up on the show. That surprised many. Not the fact that he won, but just the fact that he showed up in Monaco. A lot weren't expecting that. Julian Alfred back to her winning ways. We'll talk about some of the other results as well from the Monaco Diamond League affair. We'll talk about some young studs. Gout Gout. He's loving it. First time he got some Diamond League experience, and he did not disappoint. Quincy Wilson, again, lowering his own mark, some Canadian accomplishments, and a lot more. But let's get it. At the top, Biopod's Race of the Week. Who else? Noah, of course. What did he do? Let's listen.
Big drive there from Letizia Toboggan. It looked like he almost fell out of the blocks, but he's up into his running here. He's not making inroads quite on Noah Lyles here around the bend. The Olympic champion, just as they enter the straight, is on turns with Noah Lyles. These two side by side down the home straight here. Lyles going to the arms. Lyles trying to hold off Letizia Toboggan, and he does it.
19.88 dB into a slight headwind of 0.8. But my goodness, not only does he show up for the first time in months, he absolutely shows out against the reigning Olympic champion.
I think that, as expected, Noah is absolutely a step professional. Mm-hmm. And we know that Bednarik was supposed to be there, but I mean, whatever injury he's suffering from, I hope to God he gets better, because I'd like to see those three at their highest level competing against each other later on. But Noah did his thing, Jason. I mean, at the end of the day, he's one of the professionals in track and field, one of the fastest men in the world right now, who is pretty consistent executing his race, and so I did. So he didn't shock me.
Okay.
19.8 is absolutely no slouch. It's not 19.3, but I mean, I think that maybe sometimes fans get spoiled that because they complain about time. But opening at 19.8 against a absolute championship field was fantastic for Noah. I mean, congratulations to him. Probably one of the best spokesmen and a great ambassador for our sport. But I got to tell you, Jason, I watched the race several times.
Okay.
And I believe that Tobago is like right in the middle of his gamesmanship. I'm telling you, and I'm the first to say here. Remember, Tobago doesn't also have trials. So if he has trials, right, there's no way in hell that he's not like the king of the Botswanian team. So
Right.
even like, but he doesn't. So he does not. Have to qualify. We'll say for the team. The Botswana is also going to he's the king of Botswana. But I think that coming off the turn, running a really hard turn, Toboho did, pulling up alongside Noah. Noah obviously is unaffected by it, so he just continues his execution to win. Was pretty good, but I think that Toboho is playing this game. I think that Toboho is playing this game. I think that he's training, and he's probably training through some of these competitions.
Right.
And I'm saying this because this is something that I used to practice, and Dan and I used to do this. The Diamond League, the Diamond League was always, obviously, it's the professional circuit, and it's where you go and hone your skills and get rid of race rust and tweak things and just try and execute best way possible. And so, I just kind of think that's what Toboho is doing. I think there's a lot more in the dude. I'm telling you, I think there's a lot more in the tank. I think that there's just more. And I think he's playing the game. I think he's going to go, no, Noah's here. That there is a rivalry between those two.
Oh, for sure.
Whether or not they like each other or not, that's irrelevant. But I think that Toboho was just kind of like, nah, dude, have this one. Have this one, man. There's a bigger fish to fry, in the next couple of months. So have this one. So I think that again, it's great that this is a topic that we're having a conversation about.
Yeah.
Because Noah showed up in his debut for the season, won. Toboho won significantly last week, and so the rivalry continues, man. But I'm just saying to you that I think the personality that Toboho has, I think that he's just kind of like, what am I, second? Yeah, second's okay for now. Second's okay. You can have this one. You can have this one. Go talk to the media. All is well, But yeah, I think that there's going to be an incredible summer between those two guys.
100%. Lyles wins 1988, Toboho second, 1997. Charamba was third, 1999. Ogando rounding out the top four, 2001. So Lyles, regardless of whether Toboho eased up, knowing that he couldn't beat him, or a little gamesmanship, Lyles was impressive, and he's coming right back. Obviously, he doesn't have to worry about trials as the defending champion. And I love the way this year's Worlds are positioned in September. A little bit extra time. I absolutely love it. But Toboho's coming right back because he will compete, he says, this weekend, London Diamond League, as part of the 100 meters.
Yeah, he's competing on the circuit, and he's training through it. He also talked about jet lag from his flight into Monaco, right? So yes, so I expect bigger things for him this week, and he's training through it. So again, we talk about the interest and the heat of the circuit now, the heat of the Diamond League competitions, the heat of like all the other area permit meets that are happening. Toboho is going to be good, and then there's going to be a few others lighting it up.
Yep, Lyles and Letsile. Let's do it. And the ankle looked good, by the way, for Lyles. The ankle looked good. 100 meters. Let's go there next for the ladies. And Julian Alfred, obviously tangled with Melissa Jefferson Wooden in the previous event. That was a hell of a race. It was like two of them were out there on their own racetrack. No Jefferson Wooden this time around, and Julien Alfred strolls to victory. Only lady in the race to go sub 11.
Yeah, the top two sprinters by far right now. You just mentioned them. You mentioned their names. There's clearly going to be other ladies that's going to throw their hand in the ring. I expect, I expect the Sharikas, and I expect lots more. I expect a few more. Shikari, she has to show up at some point.
Yeah, she was been injured since February, so yeah, that's right.
But I'm just saying to you that track waits for no one.
Yep.
And so it is what it is. So yes, on the Julien Alfred side, I think that there's some mistakes that were made in the the one versus Melissa in Eugene. I think there are definitely some, like you can see it when she her drive phase. She comes out of the blocks and she kind of drifts to one side of the lane.
Right.
So there's definitely some mistakes that was made there. I think that her and Edric, Coach Flo, Edric Florial, and obviously her team, has been working on that. Julian Alfred, again, by far the top sprint in the world for me right now, today, because when she hits top speed, there's no one that can touch her. So at the end of the day, tweaking the first 30, understanding the execution of what she needs to get done. It was showed in this race. I mean, I don't think that she ran a perfect race, and obviously, I mean, as an observer or as an Olympic champion, world champion, and a world record holder myself. I mean, maybe I have an expert voice to see it, but the only person that can truly answer that question is Julie. And so I don't know if she executed the best, but she just ran 10:79 into a negative 1.5 lane. So that's a 10:6 high, 10:7 race. So at the end of the day, whatever she needed to fix from Eugene, he fixed it. And and not only that, she's tweaking and fixing and adjusting all the things that she needs to do because Jason Portuondo, she does not have a trials. She has no trials, bro. So she does not. So at the end of the day, I think that her and her coach are going to tinker with the race over the next couple of months. He can race as much as possible, like you said. So she's in the same situation like Taboho, where you can race, you can train through racing, you can tinker with your race, you can fix things, you can adjust things, all in real time against the top sprinters in the world. So I think Julian Alfred is getting ready, and absolutely just a power sprinter, and 10:79, running into a headwind, second place north of 11 seconds. That's an absolute blowout, bro. And so at the end of the day, I mean, when I try to compare this to other sports, we talked to lots of people that play football or soccer, I would say.
Football, you got it right.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I try to when I'm explaining this in layman terms, I'm like imagine beating someone 5-0. Well, when there's that much daylight between first place and second place, that's 5-0. So Julian dropped some licks on a world-class field. Congratulations to her, bro. There's gonna be again. I think that Melissa's probably getting ready for trials, and she's not even thinking about Julian. She can't because at the end of the day, if Melissa is gonna meet Julian again, she has to make trials and she has to be top 3. So again, let's hope that she's getting ready, and congratulations to Julian.
Yeah, 10:79. You talked about it. Jacius Sears second, 11:02. Zoe Hobbs, 11:12. Leah Hobbs, 11:14. So yeah, I mean, Julian Alfred, you're right, and you're not disrespecting the others when you say, Alfred and Wooden are 1-2. It's just the way it is right now. Could that change? Obviously, there's a chance. Probable, possible, but not probable.
I mean, well, we're just calling it as we see it anyways.
As of right now, exactly. Yeah.
The 2 top sprinters in the world today are Melissa and Julian. I mean, first of all, I ain't never gonna apologize to anybody for anything because this is my opinion. All right, so that's the 2 top sprinters. Do I expect again players to be there? Other players to be there? Yes, we got 3 incredible Jamaicans, ladies that are going to show up.
For sure.
In the men's side, it's going to be the exact same. Dude, I mean, and it's like you just mentioned, the top 4 sprinters that were in Monaco. No, all 4 of those sprinters, if the Americans make their team, should be in the finals. Zoe Hobbs is going to be or should be a finalist. So I'm just saying to you that none of these people are slouches, man. But at the end of the day, and you saw Julian separated herself and put massive daylight between her and second place.
Yeah, Zoe Hobbs repping down under. Other results need to talk about. Marilino Paul Lady Mary Lady Paulino, slipping her name there. She wins in 49.06. Good race. Aaliyah Butler was right there as well, putting up a PB of 49.09. Nikisha Price, Jamaican, was third there in a season best of 49.63. What else do we have? Emmanuel Wanyoni. I don't know if you saw the 800, but DB, it was like a replay from the Olympics. All the top runners were there. Marco Arop, the Canadian, was fifth. So a little bit disappointing for him, but still, Wanyoni goes out there 141.44. It's a meeting record and a world lead. So that was pretty impressive as well.
Well, hey, I mean, you're the distance guy.
Yes.
So you're the distance guy. So I'm very certain by the time the 800-meter came, I was doing something. So thank you for that. And
yes.
And guys, clearly I am biased.
Yeah.
And it's my podcast.
I get it.
We're gonna talk about sprinting, but Jason Portuondo is my boy, and Jason is the man that runs, not sprints. He runs.
That's right.
And so therefore, he's a fan of sports, but definitely a fan of the endurance races. So he's definitely gonna always tell me about that. But yeah, dude, I read it and I saw it on X. That Wanyoni, laying it down.
Yes, 100%. Trey Cunningham winning the 110 hurdles for the guys. How about Megan Tapper, though, the Jamaican? Should mention her as well. Into a negative 1.1 win, she's able to get it done in 12:34. That was impressive as well for the ladies' 100-meter hurdles. Femke Bol, it's Femke Bol. It seems like she always wins. She had a meeting record and a world lead there, 51.95, beating Dalila Mohammed. Anna Cockrell was third. So, yeah, you know what? You're right. Diamond League is where it's at. It did not disappoint with a bunch of fabulous races. And DB, it's hard to have any event on the heels of the Prefontaine, right? So you're expecting a bit of a letdown, and there wasn't one, actually.
Well, the Prefontaine is the preeminent track meet, especially the one in the U.S. I mean, in Canada, you certainly have Monaco, Brussels, Zurich. You've got some incredible events that are still there that I always encourage fans to go out and watch. And you need to go and watch a professional track meet in person to kind of get the gravity of how amazing these athletes are. And so you're right. On the heels of Prefontaine, there's a lot of big name stars. So so for Monaco to follow that up, and also we got London. I mean, so now it's momentum. So it's momentum, culminating at the World Championships in Tokyo. So you're correct. I mean, maybe pre was like the start of, was the appetizer of seeing the top stars show up week in, week out, and themselves getting ready for the World Championships.
Yeah, I'm hungry and I know. What's for breakfast today, by the way?
I don't know yet. Macaroni and sausage, some green bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm good something there. All right. DB, let's talk about some of the young studs here on the program. Oh, by the way, for those of you just tuning in, Donovan Bailey Running Things, Jason Portuondo alongside the living legend. Please continue to share, follow, like, download, subscribe, all that good stuff. Quincy Wilson, the kid is amazing. The kid is absolutely amazing. 17 years of age, still in high school, kind of like Gout Gout. We're going to go there next, but Quincy breaks his own record in the 400 meters when it comes to U18s, running a 44:10 at the Erd Murphy Classic.
Well, 44:10, dude. I mean, what am I going to say?
Yeah.
I think that Quincy was I think he was one of the youngest Olympic champion ever.
The youngest.
What he's doing as a teenager is next level. I mean, it really is. I don't care about the track and the technology of the shoe and all of that stuff, because obviously if it was just about technology and shoe and the track and all of that, then you'd have a lot more people running 44:10. And so you've got to commend him. You got to commend him, his coaches, training partners, parents, probably. He's an exceptionally talented kid. Congratulations, 44:10 is farming it, man. Yeah. I mean, and so like again, he's also got to prepare himself for trials too, right? He's the young guy. He's a young guy, the junior coming in, and all them senior. I can't imagine. Imagine this, Jason. Imagine them senior guys, man. Imagine them old crusty men. And I guess an old crusty man would be like, let's say, okay, he's 17, right?
Yep.
So an old crusty man to him would be like a 27-year-old, right? Or a 30-year-old. Imagine track and field, you're a professional track and field athlete. You're running, well, let's say you're running 44.8, right?
Yeah.
And you think, oh man, I got trials.
Which is a standard.
And I got this high school kid who's gonna come in here and kick my ass. This is crazy. So I'm saying, so listen, congratulations to the kid. Continued success, stay healthy, get ready for trials, make the team. I mean, obviously, he's been extremely consistent over the last couple of years. So we know he's extremely talented, and we're going to continue watching, man. We're going to see how this is.
Fourth fastest senior time this year, and he's at least 7 years younger than anybody else in the top 10. I mean, the man is the man. The youngster is phenomenal.
Call him what you should call him. The youth.
Yeah, the youth. The little man. Holy smoke. Yeah, so he's a rising star at the age of 17. Gout Gout, same thing. He just ran at the Diamond League. He was on one of the undercard races, if you will. He wins the under 23 going 200 meters. His time, and I know he had a bit of a win with him. I think the win was actually 1.9, so just legal. But his time would have been fifth in the same race with Lyles and Taboho. I know the win was different, but I'm just saying time-wise.
Listen, I think that sometimes we're trying to allow these kids to grow up way more than sooner or faster than they should, right?
Right.
Gout's 17 years old, right? Gout Gout is at his first Diamond League competition. Monaco is one of my favorite places in the world, favorite place to compete,
right?
To live, to just enjoy. The crowd at Monaco is always very stellar. You park stands, and they're very knowledgeable about the sport. The fact that he showed up, the U23 competed in front of like an amazing crowd, blew away the competition. Like he again. When we talk about, I talked earlier about Julian Alfred, blowing away the field. Gout this is what it looks like when he competes against people his age. It's no different. Anytime you have these phenoms, Jason, and they compete against their own, it's going to look that way. Yeah. And so, I don't know. I actually don't know if Gout Gout's going to go to the World Championships, but certainly, if he's going to U23, any championships at all, you would be an idiot not to put your money on him to win whatever event he's in.
Wow. And like you said, the crowd, I love seeing that because there's so many young track and field fans treating him like a Taylor Swift, if you will, of track and field. So this is great. Yes. You need these young people coming up, the next generation, and we love to see that. Let's talk some Canadian content before we get to the anchor leg. It wasn't all that long ago. We were talking about Shade McCreef. Tying Audrey Luke's mark of 10.95 in 100. And Audrey says, well, let me just edge that down a little more. So now Audrey is again the sole holder of 100-meter Canadian mark for women as she goes 10.94.
Well, dude, listen, I think that way back in the day, there used to be the Battle of the Angeles.
Yep.
Isajenko and Bailey.
Yep.
And there were two Canadian women that were running sub 11. And I mean, Jason, man, isn't this amazing right now that you have two Canadians that are running sub 11? One, congratulations to Audrey. Two, I said it last year. I think that both of them, I want to see them get through the rounds at Worlds. First of all, they got trials. Let's just get that. I want to see them. I want to see both of them, how they execute at the Canadian trials. I think that's going to be really good. Audrey is the new Canadian record holder, breaking her own record. Is amazing. She looks good. It's great to see that the Canadian ladies have put together a fantastic relay team to make it there. But not only that, the relay is the consolation prize. And so you have two legitimate Canadian sprinters running 10-11. Congratulations to Audrey and to Sade. I think that Charles is going to be really good. And you know, I want them both, wish them both great health, prepare well, make the team 1-2, right. And then go to the World Championships. I mean, frankly, I'd like to see both of them on the circuit more.
Congratulations to Savannah Sutherland. She goes pro. She signs a nice little deal with Adidas, and then she ditches the hurdles, runs a 400 flat in a time of 50:62. That's a personal best for her. It beats the world standard time. And yeah, I mean, things just going really well right now for her.
Isn't that the fastest time in the flat 4.2? Savannah she's rolling it in
Canada for sure. Yeah, this year.
Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But listen, I expect Savannah to be a medalist at World Championships. I do. And I'm saying it here first. I do.
Yeah.
I think that I think that small town girl competing in the NCAAs and in that system best prepares you to be a professional. It still is, no matter what anyone says. And so I expect Savannah to you know, I guess coaches are probably working on her speed. That's probably why she runs the flat 4. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw in a deuce. But yeah, I expect her to obviously win by a mile at trials, and then be on the podium in Tokyo.
I believe she's 21. Christopher Morales Williams is 20. He goes 44.85. Of course, he's got the Canadian record 44.05. So yeah, things are looking pretty good for the Canadians. Marco Aurora has talked about 5th in the 800 meters at Monaco. And Jerome Blake, we should mention him. You know, a nice little victory. Anytime you can win, it's a good thing, right?
Listen, I sent him a note. I sent Jerome a note. I mean, I think I just mentioned that the relay is I mean, track's an individual sport.
Right.
So the relay really is a consolation prize. The best way to ensure that your relay team runs and wins is for you to run and win.
Right.
And so Jerome ran sub 10 for the first time in his life. Mm-hmm. And I love the fact he won and he ran sub 10. But I love the fact that he came back and he's winning. The time 10:10 is awesome time. That's an awesome time either way. But I mean, it puts about 5 Canadians right at the same level, which is going to be real interesting at trials. But congratulations to Jerome, bro. I mean, he's you know what? He's probably the most confident Canadian sprinter today, right now. He's the most confident and the most consistent. He's the only one that's gone sub 10, or 10:0. And 10-0. So he's got number 1 and number 2 in Canada this year. And trials going to be very interesting between him and the rest of it. So Brandon, Aaron, and Andre. But not only that, you can't discount Ellie, Dwayne Asamoto, and a few others. So trials is going to be hot again for the Canadians.
Yeah, speaking of the 4x1, we'll talk about the Jamaican debacle another time around, because that is just shocking. The fact that I think they tried Barbados most recently, tried to get that qualifying time, and it didn't work. So anyways, we could spend a lot of time talking about that.
Well, I mean, the number 1 sprint nation in the world is Jamaica. We know that.
Right.
And it's crazy that that the Jamaicans have not, I say we, but we, but
well, you are there.
I am in Jamaica right now, and I definitely carry a Jamaican passport, and I am a citizen.
Right.
But I can't understand the top sprint nation in the world has not qualified yet for the relay. And dude, let's just hope that we can get that done, get that organized.
Yeah, 100%, because they've got the talent there. You know, Lavelle, Blake, Seville, obviously Thompson, but trying to get the schedules aligned. There's a lot involved. It's not as easy as people think, right? So, but anyways, another time for that. Yes, exactly. Qualify and then move from there. We'll talk about that another time. Let's wrap things up, as we always do, running that anchor leg.
A cleaning stage, and Donovan Bailey is pouring it on.
All right. obviously a huge part of this show's success depends on you, listeners, the viewers. And this week we want to do something a little bit different in terms of the anchor leg. We got some questions that have been posed, and I'm gonna direct them right at you because that's just the way you're gonna find out the answers, right? So, Mr. HMD 8308 would like to know, Donovan, would you like to see them add the 60 meter and the 150 meters to the World Championships and Olympic Games as a way of creating more races or competition?
Well, first of all, I mean, both of those races are exciting, but I think both of those races are exceptionally exciting to watch. 60 meters is indoors. And we don't want this to be swimming. We don't want this to have, we don't want this to have, 3, 4, 5 different 100 meters. I'm a traditionalist. Okay. The 100 meters is the real race. But the 150 also is true test of power, speed, strength, and execution. So the 150 would be interesting. But again, as a traditionalist, I think the one is the top race, obviously, of every single games, every single year. The 200 meters, obviously, is the consolation prize if you can't win the 100. All right?
Wow.
No, but it is though. The 400 meters is a man's race. But if you can't win that, then you drop down to the 200. You know what I mean? You don't go. But yeah. So the short answer to your question would be no. I think the 60 meters should stay indoors. But I think that the 150 should be something that you put on in the summertime to break the monotony of the traditional races.
Okay. Raw Guru Record wants to know, hey champ, can you tell us anything to focus on for people learning how to sprint?
Well, I mean, one, you got to focus on a lot of things. First of all, you probably need to find someone who knows what they're talking about. So find a coach who understands what it is that you need to do. And if you're going to and if there's any one thing that every single human being have to focus on in sprinting is you probably need to be stretching. You probably need to be flexible. And then you have to understand the dynamics of putting one foot in front of the other.
Fair enough. One more for you. It's from Sharif Roberts 3193 says, DB, who do you think is going to win the men's 200 meters
this year?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, you've already said Mr. Gamesmanship is looking pretty good, right?
Listen, I think that the race is going to be between Noah, Kenny, and Vestine. That's the race. So that's top three. Who Kenny is looking really good. Noah is the reigning champion, and Noah, we know that Noah feels that this is his race. But I think the quiet confidence of Toboho might come through in this one.
Andre sneak in, get a podium spot, maybe?
Dude, I don't know how Andre's been running this year. Let's hope so. I mean, we know that when the championships come around, that Andre, gets in and lights it up. But I mean, I trust that when he goes to the World Championships, of all the athletes in the world, we know that he's completely relaxed. So and when the light is shining brightest, he's certainly the one that can get things done. So hopefully, I mean, I can't put money on that right now.
All right, and finally, at Evan Walters 2113 says, "Keep doing your thing, Scaly Bailey. Enough respects, Minax brethren."
This guy knows me because that was my nickname in high school.
There you go. And that puts a wrap on this edition of Ask Donovan. If you'd like to ask DB something, just hit us up as part of the podcast, and we will definitely deliver those questions. Man, it's always been a lot of fun to do the show. This time around, no different. Looking forward to London coming up on the weekend. You and I will recap that coming up post weekend. And I'm Jason Portuondo. As always, thank you for the company. He is the living legend, Donovan Bailey. Take us out, my brethren.
Until next time, peace out.